his first buff. And it's going to be quite the game. Let's go.
It saved the Wonder Pets. It'll probably save them, right? Because at this point, it's something that you really have to take note. This is the reason why Midnight's the analyst here. But again, the only flip side that I'm seeing here, not the burst your bubble, is that King Kong's the one who's holding the Ling. Maybe it's like going to be a different game because it's a pro player holding it, but who knows at this point. If you feel the pressure, then, you know, there's not going to be a difference.
Yeah, of course. Comfort does, you know, play in.
Yeah.
It becomes a factor. But my main concern is if the tank support duo is able to just annoy the Ling, who's going to be protecting the Irithel from the Bruno. But now I see Bentix and Goyo fully committing on just contesting this tank support duo on Onic just to make sure that King Kong is able to play his game.
I love the decision-making coming in from TNC here. If you can't protect the lane, might as well clear the waves really, really fast with that Cho and Valentina, making sure that the lane has space. And this is how it plays out. And now Ben thinks, Ryzen though, a lot of damage.
Oh no! Ooh. I see the mutual connection once again coming in from the two guys beside me. Because again, it was something that Ben Things didn't want to do. He used like the Shunpo to get away from the situation. Unfortunately, the wall, or should I say the fence, he didn't get over it.
Yeah, the flicker play as well from Gem was just icing on the
really
cake.
good. Really good.
But, however, King Kong is able to play early game, so that is a win already for TNT. But again, look at mid lane, dude.
Oh no!
Look at mid lane. That's a strong lane. The cool friend Lilia, if you, even if you're Valentina, as much as you want to poke, you're not safe.
The moment that the shadow energy pops with the gloom as well, it immediately procs the lethal ignition for a lot of damage. And Onic right now, they know what they're doing, and they're about to hold this turtle, but Ben thinks it's the first one to tap it.
So you're saying right now, as soon as you go into the mid lane, you feel the pressure, you're done. That's basically the early game potential here coming in from the side of Onic, who holds a 300 gold lead now, but Goyo is going to be catched here, or caught. Hesu is also going to dash a little bit more. As we're still waiting for the final slash coming in from that Arlot, but apparently he's not going to use it because there's still the turtle available. Ben
He
Things
already
on the other
used
side as well.
dude.
All right.
Yeah, that's a problem for the turtle right now because that's 12 seconds down on the final slash. As Onic Philippines tries to start his turtle. Hesu still looking for a potential flag.
Yoshinu! Ooh, Yoshinu is going to be able to use the Tyrant's Revenge and Rage as well. Hesu uses the flicker. Is the a final slash already available, but Gem is going to use that split. Oh, King Kong finally gets the first turtle of this matchup, and he uses the Tempest Blades to get away from the situation. A beautiful team play. What now, Midnight? What now?
I mean, as a Ling fan, I see the Ling use Tempest Blades, steal turtle, get all 4 blades.
That's chef kiss over there.
You hear the sound effect.
You could hear the sound effect. You could hear Midnight kissing your ears right now. And, I regret saying that. And,
no.
I was just about to say ASMR.
ASMR.
Right?
You know?
Still, I have to be honest, okay?
Yeah.
Onic, they did fully commit onto the Arlot kill. They turned, but they still went with the 50-50, right? Like the Lancelot was still looking to get the turtle, even though you are up against the Link.
And the beauty of this Ling pick, again, with the snowball potential that you did mention, is that I think it's generally safe as long as your early game wasn't touched. And he did have a great early game. Yes, he didn't get a kill, but he was able to farm.
Yep, and that's the name of the game for the Link, especially in Dispatch. Just farm. No need to actually contest early game. No need to pressure yourself into taking these kills.
Whoa! What an amazing play coming in from Ben Things. Unfortunately, it wouldn't amount to much because he's not going to put the Lilia out of its comfort zone. It's Ben Things, though. Still alive at this point.
Yeah, still still breathing. Now going back to what I was mentioning earlier, you are in a game where TNC is fine not contesting early game. Like Irithel, Ling, that's what they want. But Onic, they have a Bruno, by the way.
Yeah.
And this guy, you need to contest. And if you're not contesting, he's getting farmed. And he spikes better than any marksman you'll ever see.
Yeah, especially right now where almost all of the builds or the items that is in meta just goes in line with the stuff that the Bruno does. And I thought he was able to steal it, but no. And TNC ahead by not a big amount here. 100.
Yup.
Yoshinu.
Yoshi's performing a pretty good
man.
job here using the Rage once again. Ryzen using the Phantom Execution and the Thorn Rose to get out of certain situation. It's still actually the Phantom Execution available for the Lancelot as of the moment. So Onic and TNC are still going to be here, but it's away from the turtle. Speaking of the fight, Goyo's going to use that Black Shoes to get out of that one as both of the teams just mirroring the moves.
Yeah, they're just trying to match each other and as the gold laners farm to their heart's content. And right now, TNC, actually, this is anybody's game at this point, 6 minutes in.
Yep.
We have our second turtle, perhaps even the last one if they don't take it immediately.
Yep. Top late trade with the Lantern, however. Ryzen does not want to pursue it. TNC had a mini heart attack with that Tyrant's Rage, by the way.
Oh, wait.
But
Conceal Play is going to be
Gold lane.
committed here by the side of
Oh
TNC. And
my
Yoshino
goodness.
makes the play once again. Super Prince is unleashing the glooms, but a cross-map play is going to be committed as Onic takes the turtle for themselves. Super Prince not letting anyone go, but Goyo copies the Black Shoes.
And that shifts the gold lead back to Onic, and it's a substantial lead. It's a 1K gold lead. Yoshinu looking to go
Ow.
in, but looks like they're just going to poke down the turret here, down bottom lane, as the purple is now contested.
no Retribution Ryzen.
Okay, no.
But he'll have Retribution in 10 seconds, so I think he'll be able to invade. But TNC, they're already in position.
They're actually on it already because they were very much aware of the situation that you've mentioned. So Bentings tried to block the Riverside onto the pathway to the purple buff. So that is something that King Kong could safely and comfortably go to. This will be an uncontested purple objective. Meanwhile, another cross-map play coming in from Onic Philippines, even without the purple.
Yeah, Nets, however, is a different story, man. Like,
Yeah.
even if the unit is able to farm, Bruno with the Cupra is just different.
So many things coming in here for Bentings. Fortunately, he was able to escape because of the Jit Kundo. Yoshinu is going to be caught here with a knockoff as well. Coming from the rest of the members, Seven's place is going to be used here. And King Kong escapes. King of the Apes, making sure that he's going to be able to escape out of that situation. And there you finally go, standing on top.
Yep.
They actually survived.
That was a kind of a bad team fight for Onic and a good team fight for TNC. Even though Onic initiated that play, Ness didn't have mana, so kind of messed up the rhythm with the with the ball.
Yeah.
Because it was not throwing like the enhanced ball.
Yeah.
It's just a regular ball, and the regular balls don't hurt as much.
Balloons.
But that's a preview of what could happen. Like, you saw the damage output that he was dishing out
Yeah.
to TNC. If that was if the half of those balls were enhanced, you'd see heroes falling down on the side of TNC.
But we can't discount the fact though that there are already 2 turrets brought down by the side of Onic.
Oh
right?
yeah, definitely. Like the sieging power from this lineup is just really good, and they've managed to go for it again and again. And
Oh no! Yoshino back at it again, and it's Goyo actually still escaping. Tries to go for a little bit more time, but Goyo goes down. Bentings is still caught in no radar whatsoever, so that is a position that he will continue to sustain. Next plan here is to
purple.
be able to take the purple objective, but Hesu appears out of nowhere, and he finally tries to go for it once again. Super Prince is not yet using that Black Shoes just yet, and Hesu is gonna deal enough pressure.
Oh, they're going for the Bruno!
Go for it once again, but going back. Bruno Nets is gonna go down, and he's caught in the ambush. TNC brings another marksman down.
TNC really quick with a punish. That was aggressive from Onic, and I would say a little off the mark on the positioning there for the marksman. Your teammates, 4 heroes of them were showing mid, you show a bot, that's an auto kill for a Ling. I mean, I know for a fact that I would kill that Bruno.
Yeah, and even if it was a 1v1, the Ling would still have advantage innately because of the outplay or the micro things that a Ling
Micro
could do.
advantage with
The micro
with the attempts of
advantages. And Onic right now, they're going to be able to still have the gold lead, but they can't do that again. They can't let that happen.
And props though to TNC for keeping this very, very close. We're starting to see turrets being brought down. There's a turret down bottom, and they've also been in a position to be able to take this Lord for themselves. However, Gem is going to be in position to just find the rest of the members of the Phoenix Army.
And now they're going to start Lord Onic. They still know that they're ahead, but Hesu is already in prime position for a good final slash. Yoshino might just be able to secure a better ultimate when the moment comes.
Ryzen, no purple. Bentings using Conceal. Hesu is going to be there as well, but it seems like Bentings is going to be the one caught. But a beautiful Final slash coming in to keep Ryzen away from the fight. Goyo uses the flicker to be able to get out of that situation. No black shoes just yet. Innocent still alive, and it seems like a major reset is about to happen.
Yeah, purple as well for King Kong. This is crucial for the upcoming Lord fight.
Lord fight's gonna be here as
Bentix!
well. Bentix wants to go for it, and he uses, but Nets has the Purify and stays alive in this fight. Hezu wants to go for it once again, but another blunder by the Phoenix Army as Hezu is catching the blooms, using the sweeps, but unfortunately the final slash will keep him alive. Gem is trying his best to survive, and unfortunately for them, Gem's gonna go down. It's 1-for-1 while Ryzen is busy. Over here, King Kong tries to go for it. Yoshinu stops him as well. And it's Hezu looming in the corner for this Lord.
Are they going to be able to secure this? Hezu looking for a priming.
What a beautiful take coming in from Yoshino, making it happen once again. Hezu tries to run away, but Nets kicking balls all day, making it happen for himself, but Nets is just right there. Hezu goes down, but Nets is gonna go for it as well as he brings him down. It's a 1-for-1 take, but it's a marksman for an XP.
Nets dashed in. He was trying to get a kill onto the Arlen Bow. That was too greedy for the marksman of Onic. Again, second time around, gets punished by the Ling immediately. Woo. Even though the Ling was trading by a huge amount of gold compared to the Lancelot, now he is catching up. And the beauty and the grace of the Light of TNC is that majority of them deal enough damage onto the Bruno. Even though Bentix was punished with the flicker kick play onto Nets, that wasn't really enough for Onic to kind of like punish TNC, because again, this is the beauty of the Ling. When you don't show yourself, when you still have pinch points, the Lord is always going to be reset by good teams, and Onic, they know that for a fact that this Lord could just be stolen anytime.
And this Lord is very important for any team at this point, because nobody's ahead. Honestly, it's anybody's game. TNC held the lead for like 3 minutes, Onic for 5, and now this crucial Lord take is started by Onic. Already half HP. It's going fast. King Kong looming in the corner, looking for a good angle.
Yoshino not getting anybody at this point, using the final slash as well. Unfortunately, Gem's going to be there onto the backside, but King Kong used the Tempest of Blades as well to go for it. 6K onto the Lord. Who's going to be able to get it? It's going to be Ryzen getting the Lord for the side of the Sonics, and Bentix runs away. Hezu and Goyo tries to assist him, but it seems like Ryzen wants more blood. He stops, but Onic gets the Lord.
Downside of a Ling, if you use Tempest of Blades, you kind of use this for the next a good part of that team fight. And Onic, they prevailed with a very, I would say, near perfect Lord dance as they pulled it off, baited TNC into fighting, almost got, TNC actually almost got the Yoshino kill, but with the bouncing ball, enough damage reduction was there for him to survive, and then when TNC tried to collapse onto Onic, Nets was able to live all throughout the team fight, and again, the damage output against TNC, it's just terrifying coming out from the Bruno, like the crits. TNC cannot really, engage in front of the Bruno when he is able to save himself like that.
Yeah, and especially if he has to Purify. We've seen Bentix try to pull off a great Flicker Jeet Kundo or even a Flicker Wave the Dragon, but with a well-timed Purify, it seems that it also baits out Bentix in a bad spot. So they gotta rethink their choices here. But the only choice that they truly have is a Bentix engage.
Iruthel's gonna be able to at least stop that bot lane from being pushed by the side of Onic Philippines. Same with King Kong on the other side. So at this point, Onic Philippines still has a way for them. They still have all turrets coming from, but it seems like Bentix and King Kong are surrounded. King Kong's gonna skip one wall onto another to keep himself out of danger zone, as Onic Philippines wants to go for it, but Yoshino might see him. King Kong buys enough time to escape.
Just a tad a bit too late there. If he was able to throw a piece of paper in his face, that could have canceled everything.
Looking at the Lancelot hybrid build coming out from Ryzen, with the Blade Armor really limiting the damage output of Innocent with the Irithel and Onic. For the majority of this game, they have just been overloading TNC with either initiations or jumps coming out from Yoshino, the zone from Gem, and of course the mobility of Ryzen. Add to the fact that the problem of TNC is that there's just no clean way for them to engage, because there's a lot of things that could go wrong. Like if you go in with Jesus, just going to be punished by the Bruno. If you go in with Bentix, there's a lot of purifies on the the important heroes, I would say, like on Super Prince and Nets.
Yeah. I mean, fortunately for them, though, right? They still don't have any inhibitors surrendered to the side of Onic, so they could still freely
true.
roam around the map, and that's one thing that they could utilize to potentially bring it down. But the point is, they don't have any other objective
Oh,
for them
no
to be able
purple.
to take it out, and this is where
No
King
purple.
Kong's struggles are going to start. Purple is gone for the Ling.
Settings is part of your mind right now.
True.
Yeah.
Settings.
The moment the moment that you see your purple gone as a lane, you kind of lose half of your will to live.
And the Lord's there too.
Yeah,
just in the nick of time.
it's kind of hard to play to a Bruno, Kufra, and Blue as a Ling, but add to that,
It's a different
no
issue.
purple game. Yeah, like there's a lot of issues with that.
Yeah, that's a lot of issues at this point, but King Kong doesn't mind them as of the
Yoshino,
moment. 'Cause
Yoshino.
again, Yoshino finds King Kong, but instead goes for Hesu at this point. Bad execution.
Oh,
is gonna be used,
no!
but final slash is going to be committed. Hesu's still alive at this point. He wants to go for it once again, but Hesu goes down with a split coming in from Gem. Away to Dragon's going to be committed as well.
Look at the Bruno.
Goyo wants to
Look
go
at the
for it
Bruno.
once again, but Ryzen nets onto the back line, catching Goyo and Innocent as well. They're completely surrounded, and Goyo goes down. They're going the other way. They
Jam?
want to go back, but Onic
gets
doesn't let
Innocent.
them. He gets instant, and Innocent is no longer part of it because he's completely the victim at this point. King Kong wants to go for it. Super Prince doesn't have
Black
the black
Shoes.
shoes as of the moment, but he tries to go for it once again.
Oh my goodness.
And King Kong has managed to escape, but the problem is 3 heroes are down from the Phoenix Army.
And he doesn't have retribution, so there's no chance of stealing away this Lord, as Onic will be able to secure their second Lord of the game. Such a great team fight from Onic Philippines.
Yeah, Yoshino again with the jump onto the Arlot, completely removing one part of the solution on the side of TNC. And when they tried to collapse once more, the Phoenix were just burned out. And Onic, they dealt with the heroes one by one, especially with Nets, just using the balls, kicking the heroes here and there. And the damage was just overwhelming on their side. 1.6k damage worth of crits on Nets.
Wow. That's a lot of damage, and not a lot would survive that. Usually it's around 2 or 3 hits if you're tanky, 1 or 2 if you're lucky.
Yep.
So at this point, TNC, it's really hard. They have to find a good engage or even a good pickoff against Nets in particular. You kind of want to limit the damage that Onic could do in this potential final push, as the Luminous Lord will be pushing down bottom lane. Yoshino already stretching for a potential engage. Doesn't really go for it, and that's one inhibitor down.
Inhibitor in the middle is finally out of the proportion here for the side of TNC. 2 in the process as well. Innocent tries to go for it as well. Ling, King Kong, we're still looking for the time for them to be able to go for it once again, but Yoshino tries to stretch out of the comfort zone. Super Prince, half health, not really using the black shoes just yet, but 2 inhibitors is 2 inhibitors. It's what matters for the side of Sonic.
Cleaning up the house here for for Onic, TNC. It's gonna be hard to defend this push against Onic, especially when you have Flicker and Immortality coming out from Yoshino.
Major final slash is going to be the name of the game here, which actually misses. And Yoshino wants to go for it once again. The Wave Dragon is going to be committed here, but Gem is still alive. I repeat, Gem is still alive at this point, and King Kong has been found out. He's not going to have another purple objective, and he's out immobile at this point. He's trying his best to go for like the side lanes, but the purple's just not there.
King Kong,
wait,
my Ling Heart.
Can he actually
My
get
Ling
it?
Heart is smiling right now.
All right.
My Ling
That's
Heart
it.
is smiling right now. Oh no, energy.
Oh, it missed the Phantom Execution,
Oh, no.
but the Thorn Rose does, and it hurts even further. And at this point, he still won't have his purple for the Lord, which is kind of sad.
I mean, he did have purple on the side.
Yeah, so that's still a win.
Yeah,
that's still a win.
that's still okay. I mean, my Ling Heart is smiling at the moment.
Yeah.
But overall, it's still hard for TNC
is.
to fight into this. Like, again, the problem for Bentix is that there's no target.
Yeah.
Like, who do you lock onto? There's nobody that can force out the Purify of both Nets and Super Prince. Even if you might say that Hesu can just flicker in, use the final slash. The
yeah.
thing is, Nets doesn't even care.
Yeah.
And he does not even show himself.
You keep
Like
me
he
closer.
waits. He waits for the jump from
Yeah.
either Gem or Yoshino before he shows up.
Yeah, honestly, the target for me would be Ryzen. And yes, he's a bit tanky, but that's the only choice. He doesn't have Purify, and he's
Yeah.
not the same level of tanky for Gem. So, yup, you're right. There's no target, but the lesser evil is Ryzen.
Yeah.
At this
Yeah.
point. TNC
Oh,
title
wait.
match here.
Okay.
They finally made a choice. It's going to be Gem here. It's going to use the split.
That's
At
one of
least
the worst choices out
keep it
there.
close, but again, a bunch of ultimates are already used. Conceal is going to be used here by the side of the TNC Pro team. They find Super Prince though,
King Kong,
but
King
King
Kong.
Kong has been found
Ouch.
out. No purple
Yeah,
objective
no purple.
coming in from the guy. Super Prince keeps him out of proportion, and it seems like Onic wants to rush things a little bit further, a little bit faster. Innocent is completely aware of the situation. They want to go for it once again. Yoshinu is
No
gonna
retry
use
on
it
King Kong.
to at least keep it a little way back. No retry coming in from King Kong, and the call for TNC is to abort. Abort mission as Onic gets another Lord.
It's a smart choice. It has to be the only choice. You don't want to get wiped out, especially with minions already inside your base. Your jungler has no retribution. At this point, what could you do to try and defend against this one? This is the hardest question, Midnight, and I'm throwing it to you.
It is. I mean, if you are TNT, you're looking for out of position heroes, but it's hard to do that when Onic is feeling the groove and the momentum. They are playing as 5, and one problem that TNT is also facing is that there's no blade armor on their side, while there's a lot on the side of Onic. It's on glue, and it's even on the Lancelot.
Yoshino's right now, and is going to be using the Tyrant's Rage to actually catch Hesu. Hesu uses the final slash, but he's going to go down. However, there's Tempest of Blaze coming in from King Kong to just save them out, but the Lord is still alive. He wants to go for it, then Ben thinks uses the Jit Kundao to Ender Dragon, but lock in for the Sonics as they sweep the Phoenix Army.
Right.